The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The webinar will begin shortly. Please remain on the line. The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Tablet and pen, please. That means I need you to get a tablet and a pen. What is our goal? Our goal is to turn you into a corporate millionaire. And the bottom line is we have to repackage a lot of you. That means this is Ray Reynolds. That's me. It's live. Got questions, type them out. We'll get through that process as well. The biggest thing is all of us have been hurt, kicked, knocked down. Someone ripped us off or did this or that. What do? Who do we believe? Well, the bottom line is, all I can tell you is I'm going to hold your hand every step of the way. I'm online 6 days a week, and I'll answer your questions, and I'll get you past go. We'll explain that to you today, too. Now, there's no picture, there's no recording. You got to put it here. It's a mindset. Now, the thing is, I like goodies. You like goodies? It's pretty simple. All right, the bottom line is I like Lamborghinis, Ferraris, and I like money. Now, money doesn't make you happy. This doesn't make you happy. It gets rid of that stress off your back. And then happiness is mentally anyway. So as we play this game, the ultimate goal is to win. Now, my story, pretty simple. I got born in a taxi on the way to Gardena Hospital. She didn't want me. What am I going to do? So the bottom line is I got to be with Mrs. Hope. Mrs. Hope was a she-devil from hell. Used and abused me every step of the way. But the bottom line is I wanted to have hell bad enough. So the bottom line, we have to put ourselves in check. I didn't get that mommy and daddy, so what am I going to do? Well, the reality is I got to million, I got to billion through corporate structure. So if you want to play, your journey begins today, but it takes a tablet and pen. You need to write some things down that I tell you to write down. As we play, look behind the curtain. You accept the word no. I don't accept that. Okay, when someone says no, I just figure they don't know how. I look behind the curtain, find another way anyway. The next thing is we have to look at our personal credit, because your credit has to be a 750 and above. So I make you what's called a certified CFO. We're going to show you how to do that as well. God gave me a lot of gifts and I can repackage anybody. So the goal is get out your personal cards or your personal wallet right now. If you don't get them out, understand, write down the rules and tools. Let's see this. We take our cards, we put a stick in the back. Number one, what's the limit of the card? We maintain 25% always, never past 29%. So the ultimate goal, we balance our debt. This is 100,000. That would leave 71,000 of safety. See, your problem is what you do is you jacked it up, dropped the score, got stuck, couldn't get any more, and you couldn't basically back yourself and your family in a corner, and you couldn't write off diddly squat. So we got to repackage you. So this means the bottom line, if you listen very carefully, and you get these other cards here that never fluctuate your credit ever, you can maintain the 750 forever. That's the ultimate goal. So TRW, this is very simple. They started the information business years ago. Thomas Raymond Worbridge. They made bicycle parts, got information business, and then became the credit reports wrong. Very simple. Became, Sperian in 1996. So in 1996, Sperian bought him out. Now, I'm the one who trained Ken Yarbrough to do all kinds of stuff too and balance that score so you can get some more. Problem is there's a 25%, 29% rule. When you drop your score, you get stuck. You can't get any more. See, what you did to yourself is because you didn't know how to play the game. And I'm going to tell you flat out, you did it to yourself because they told you the wrong way to play anyway. See, when you're a kid trying to build your credit, get a guarantee, get a card, get a credit card, get a Sears, whatever, stop. Rules and tools are the most important thing. Now, understand, it was always good, fair, or hell no. That's why you have to learn about these two cards here and get that maintained 750 score. Now, what we want to do is make sure you have your tablet and pen ready to go and write down the rules and tools. See, we want the kids in high school to learn how to play and not make the same mistakes you made. Got it? From here, millionaire, building call. Wow. Millionaire, building a call. I have these calls every day, and it's kind of fun repackaging people, but the thing is they have to do some parts too. They have to follow through. So let's say millionaire, building call. There's a blueprint we have to design. Past, present, future. Family, number one. Run there, corporation, divisions, all right, irrevocable trust, car, okay, house, all right, residual income, and cash flow free up your time. Take a picture. If you don't focus on this, how are you going to get where you're going to go? Those are the things we talk about on the calls that we start with as well. And we rebuild people every day. So here's basically chapter 18. It says a corporation is a legal person. Well, that sounds good. Now, the bottom line is if you have a corporation today, your name's on it, Secretary of State's website. So when they sue the corp, they sue you. So we got to learn how to play to protect you and the family. So we look at chapter 18, says a corporation is a legal person. That sounds great. I learned this when I was 7.5 years old. All right, listening to a poker game at Mrs. Hope's house. All right, they have a poker game every Wednesday night. All the people going blah, blah, blah. You know what I did? I rode my bicycle down to the Torrance Police Department, the library next door. I said, man, what does this mean? She turned around, she walked away. She was kind of rude. She walked away and she said, here's a Machiavelli book when she came back. I read the book. You read the book too. See, here's your problem. You're going to find out you're your biggest problem. Okay, half of you are friggin' lazy. The other half don't follow through. And then what you got to do is understand the rules and tools how to play. Now, I want to put you on check, but I want to get you past go. So there's no excuses with me. All right, I got to million to billion through corporate structure. You can do the same thing too. So a corporation is a legal person, but it may sue or be sued. That scared me when I was 12.5 because I got named in a lawsuit. When I found out, when 9.5 years old, going to the library for 2 years, I sent away my $10 money order. Secretary of State of California, it came back. Nonprofit is what I did. It came back as Helping Hand Industries. That's what I decided to do. It was a cheaper one anyway. It was only $10. So I'm going to tell you flat out, you don't spend thousands on a corporation with an attorney, CPA, and a corporate service because you're going to learn diddly squat. All right, corporations are free in all 50 states, by the way. I got over $100,000 of credit cards in the mail. See, in the 70s and 80s, people got credit cards in the mail without applying for credit at all. It was kind of fun. But again, your goal is going to be up to you to learn how to play the game and win. Then I got named to the movie Dave. Next thing is when I was 12.5 and started the Orange County Blind Center, helping kids as well as myself, I got named in a lawsuit. All right, why? Because I used the word Braille. Braille belonged to the Braille Institution. I had to learn about trade names, trademarks, and copyrights. I want you to write down, never bring the pain home. Can you do that for me? Because I'm going to teach you how to do that. Next thing, as we look at this, when I was a kid, they kept saying, don't put all your eggs in one basket. Well, that sounds good. What does it mean? All I get from grown-ups when I was a little boy is, that's it. See, they talk all this little one-liner crap. You don't know what they're talking about. Remember today, if your corporation is sued, I'm sorry, they're going to sue you. You brought the pain home, and your whole life gets collapsed. That's no fun. If you got an LLC, come January 1st, the Treasury Department's going to come kick your assets. You're going to pierce your own veil. From here, the next thing is put our ducks in a row. That means a corporation and all the things on that checklist we talk about. We got to get a corporation in 3 divisions so we build $1 million and never bring the pain where? Home. Now, me, I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be blunt. Okay. I'm going to tell it like it is. If you follow stupid, you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. That just means you did stupid. Okay. Well, the bottom line is simple. I am Ray Reynolds, the Godfather of Credit, 45 years. all right, on radio, TV, and in front of people all the time. And I'm going to get you up to $1 million, if that is okay with you. The next thing we have to think about is I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm going to treat you like you're 2 years old, and I'm going to want you to follow through. Okay? Never bring the pain home. I'm sorry you did it your way. Your way sucks. Okay? I don't understand. You're a man, you're a woman, you're a grown up. It's time to man up, woman up. I don't understand why you screwed up in the first place. Okay, that just infuriates the you know what out of me. I don't understand why you brought the pain home when these are rules and tools I've been teaching and preaching for 45 years. And all you ever hear is, no one told me. Who told me? I want it out of hell. So we're going to create a goal list with you. Your goals, the index of the book, and the activity sheet. We're going to have a daily list, a weekly list, and then when I get you set up, we're going to have your project list. The project list, getting that Wendy's, that Taco Bell, that apartment complex. And you see, there's always going to be some turd trying to knock you down. I'm going to make sure you get through the process. Is that okay? Now, what do you do when you have everything you want? That's what happened to me when I was 26. Okay, everything. Helicopters, yachts, Lamborghinis, Ferraris. So what do you do when you have everything? Simple. All right, you help people. I was bored. My wife calls this my hobby. Probably true. So I got this foolproof program. You can't even screw it up as long as you follow through. Now, understand, when we started that hospital in Fiji Islands years ago with Dr. Lucky and me, we got Arnold to be on the board. He's a client too. Next thing is we got Superman at Gold's Gym. I motivate, and he says I kick ass. All right, and I get him $1 million of credit. He had 12 locations of his gyms now. From there, college professor, Biola University, writing the books in there. Here's homeless. Glenn Freeman feeling sorry for himself, living in his car for 3 years. It's ridiculous. I gave Maurice 360. New house, new truck, new business. Giovanni was $1.6 million. He worked for Pixar. Little Karen delivered pizza at the web workshop, and I said, stick around. Taught her how to get properties in Long Beach, California. $1.2 million in 9 months. So here's Freeway Ricky Dicky Ross coming out of prison. 20 years. No credit at all. Going to build him up and away. Gold and platinum cars, unlimited, up to $1 million. Thomas was in prison for 26 years because I coached him every week. It was at the office every week. The reality is, guess what happened in 6 weeks, 6 months? Brand new dump trucks, $1 million business. So the reality is I want to tear apart your life, past, present, and future. I need you to understand how this system works. You've been basically following ducks and sheep, never looking behind the curtain. So let's break it down easy for you. Let's understand that you filled out an SS5 form to get your SSN, called Social Security number, for your 1040. If you were born from 71 on, mommy did it at the hospital because Nixon took the gold standard out. You get one of these. You gave yourself one chance to try, and you brought the pain home, and life kicked your assets. We the people. So understand, we're going to play my way for a while. We're going to compare SS5 to SS4. SS5, let's understand over here. Let's do this. This means tax till you're dead, and probably when you're dead. And on top of that, guess what happens? The time of death is for the state and federal government, so no one moves your stuff when you're dead. So the next thing is SS4. The SS4, no taxes due till you're profitable. So let's understand, we got to play. See, the reality is when you see TikTok, Google, and YouTube, let's get an LLC, stop the crap. All that IRS wants you to understand is money coming to SS4 is not taxable until you're profitable. Next thing is, on my workshops on Wednesday and Saturday, set up in level 1 at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, we'll dissect what type of corporation makes sense to you. Now, if you're a crook and you don't file your tax returns, okay, just go to prison where you belong. Wesley Snipes did. 3 years in prison, $5 million fine, and ruined his whole life and career. So let's understand how to play it. Write down irs.gov, write down 1244. You see, if you understand, as you start to receive money, you're allowed to file a single tax return with you and your corporation and almost not pay tax. When you get a certain limit, you're going to change strategy again and again. That's simple. Now let's look at my client who won Survivor the first show. All right, he got $1 million. Oh, did he? He pissed it away. You put in his account, you only get to keep $375. What did he do from there? Pretty simple. Screwed it up again. He got basically, all right, 3.5 years in prison, 10 years probation, screwed up that, went back again. See, I want you not to be stupid. He was being stupid. So the lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. Simple. The United States of America Incorporated, understand, 50 courts, that's states. States get courts called cities. Oh, and then they have the Chapter 9 bankruptcy. They planned the damn problem as they set it up. See, this is why we, the people, and they basically, Supreme Court says corporation's a legal person. You could have did the same thing with no intent to do fraud, and you could have played the game without bringing the damn pain home. Instead, you wanted to hurt your family and you. Isn't that kind of stupid? You're not stupid. Why did you do stupid? So understand division of me. We're going to take that form and look at it 26 different ways to play. Line 1, legal name of entity, individual person. I can put your name, corporation, division, or subsidiary right there. I can build you a corporation with $1 million of cash credit if you want me to. But again, I need you to pay attention, understand how we get things done. Now, we're going to show you one of the cars in the car collection. This is a Maynard Lamborghini. Here's the keys. When I obtained it, the first payment, it was $6,800 a month. Now, here's my problem. I don't want to be like you. I would like you to write down on one of the few and not the many. On one of the few, not the many. Can you write that down? Because I want you to stand up and be your own person and run your own race, but I want you to do it the right way. My way. My way's the right way. Corporation, division, car. See, if I buy the car under me, I got a problem if I can't pay the bill. They take it away, it reports it to my credit reports, and now I got shitty credit. Then they report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. So now I got double shitty credit. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm not stupid, so I didn't do it that way. Oh, got it through the corporation? No. See, on the corporation, you're on the Secretary of State's website, and they sue you anyway, so that would be a duck and a sheep. That'd be kind of stupid. And I'm not stupid, neither are you. You got to pay attention and turn these up today. What did I do? I bought it as a division of a corporation. I showed you SSN versus SS4, and we guaranteed you SS4. What do we get to do? Now, I'm the guy that wrote the book on laundromats and dry cleaners, and I had my storage units. All right, from there I had the laundry and the printing companies. All right, all the satellite stores and everything else that we did. Shopping centers, properties, apartment complexes, all this millions and billions of stuff. I got one shitty thing happening. What am I going to do? I'm going to do the 3-step I invented for me, and you get to use it too. Forgot to tell you, I got a couple problems. Number one, in the 6th grade, because I write with both hands and talk at the same time, which is impossible. They said I was retarded. I didn't rhyme all the time. I got total recall on most things. It kind of pissed them off too. And I got an IQ of 203. So you're going to hear rhyming all the time. But guess what I get to do? Help you. The 3-step, disconnect, isolate, incorporate. I'm going to take that sucker, put it over here, and keep all the good pieces. They're over here. No problem. What happens if I can't save it within 6 months? Under the Federal Protection Act, I get to bankrupt the shit out of it. Go, wee, get the hell out of my life and keep all the good other pieces. You, I don't get it. You brought the pain home. You brought the pain home. Why? Why did you not have division process? I invented in 85, 86. You sign a lease on a building, you don't sign it as you, it's a division of you. You get properties, you don't know which one's going to fall and sue you and screw you up. Division process. You get money, it takes money to get honey. What do? The money, based on we structure it, guess what we get to do? You're not winning the lottery. You're not getting a big enough raise. And if you want to be your own boss versus being bossed around, you have to understand the Fair Lending Act. Why? Because one card can become 99 more. Is that okay if we play my way for a while? See, I think your way, sucks. But the reality is simple. See, you're like Mary here. Mary calls all crying, oh, son, I screwed up. Stop it. Wake up. Set up. Let's understand. You're feeling sorry for yourself is 3 seconds or less, period. All right? I'll give you 3 minutes. Mine 3 seconds. I don't have time for baloney. Mary screwed up. She's Ivy League education. Fantastic. $250,000 a year. Starts a restaurant. Gives $10,000 to the attorney to look at the lease. Oh, goody. 10-year lease, 3 options. Oh, goody too. And then all of a sudden, Mary gives $5,000 to the CPA. He gonna look at the books. They got their money. But then all of a sudden, she used her credit. She dropped the score. The moment she used $98,000 of her personal credit, which is stupid in the first place. See, they didn't train her to do diddly squat. They got their money, and the response when she called and said, "What did I do?" These dummies couldn't even answer the damn question. How many CPAs and attorneys have screwed you all over? Come on. They don't know anything about to be an entrepreneur. They know how to take your money. Mary's problem was very simple. She guaranteed the restaurant had failed during the pandemic. She filed bankruptcy in the corporation. She filed personal bankruptcy. She lost her personal home. Her husband divorced her in 3 weeks and said, "I didn't sign up for that." Solution. Mary could have been a CFO for the corporation and the division. Restaurant should have been the division. She could have got rid of the P's, not hurt everything in her family. Bank of America is bankrupt 5,000 locations. Bank do this, grocery store, cities, because you don't look behind the damn curtain. You bring the pain home. That's not acceptable. I want you to understand to become a certified CFO. I want you to stop bringing the pain home. Got it? From there, if you look at your corporation today, it's pretty simple. Your name's all over it. You're on the office, so you're the incorporator. And heck, you probably put your home address on it too. That's called stupid. It's called use a mailbox, etc., or shared office space. You gave your home address to the world. I don't understand. Stupid. All right, they sue that corp today. They sue you. You're a duck and a sheep, but I'm going to set up your line of defense. Is that okay? We play my way for a while. So let's play. Here's a $100 million building, $1 million Lamborghini, one of the $5 million mansions, and $1 million race boat that I obtained all this. Why didn't you? What's wrong with you? Okay, I don't get it. You don't get goodies like this till you hit $5 million at least. I want to make you a corporate millionaire. But again, I got to add you to my credit system. Since I've been around setting up the system with people for years, you might want to pay attention. What's your goals? We're going to write them down. From there, I want you to write down credit, loan, and money. Come on, write it down. You had money, and then you pissed it away and went bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. That's called dumb. Well, I want you to learn to reference 3 times 5. Write it down. We're going to put $100,000 in a bank account, corporate bank account. Well, if you don't have it, we'll take it off a damn card. It's borrowed money anyway. It doesn't have to pay tax. You get to write it all off. Your corporation is going to have a division for a franchise ran by third party. You're going to have an apartment complex ran by third party. You're going to set up the line of defense. What are you actually going to create? Financial freedom. Your problem, every one of you, you did not create residual income. I thought I could get the clients after COVID to build the credit and do all the pieces for them to go get it. I realized a couple months ago they can't get off their ass and do it my way. So I got to drag them up the friggin' hill. Residual income is your biggest mistake. Why did you not create that? I don't understand that. 45 years online or in person helping people like you. I want you to understand next year is $5 million if you play in my coaching program. So what do we have a problem with now? How many days are left? You got 30 days, working days left of this year. That's it. It's over. You're getting older, slower. You're not as pretty as you used to be. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. And you're not stupid. But you did follow stupid. That stops now. My way, my way. When I was flipping dippity properties, it was okay. Making $50,000 per property. 17 and a half going to auctions. I had 19 houses. I couldn't get to number 20. I go, how did you get to 19? You can't get 20. You're undervalued problem. Well, Wilbur. All these idiots. All these experts my butt. What did I find out? My undervalued problem. Okay. See, I heard no. What did I do? I transferred the properties to my divisions, freed up my loan to value problem to get the next property. But when you're fixing up properties, it's a pain in the ass hat. You're dealing with the buyers, the liars, the agents, the brokers, and the contractors, subcontractors who walk outside Home Depot, and they're all trying to steal your money. Kind of sucks. So I decided at 21 to become the bank. Shouldn't you be the bank? So your problem is this, okay? You didn't play my way. We're going to do that now, okay? We're going to play my way now and the rest of next year and more, the rest of your life. We're going to dissect apartment complex and split deed them. We're going to turn around and become the bank for 30 years, the assignment of mortgage. Then you're going to take my real estate system and master that too, financial system. And then you're going to learn about the assignment of an asset. Hey, you sold a car. You could have been the bank for that car for 3 to 5 years, if not that longer. You sold a house. Why didn't you buffer you to be assignments of something and be the bank on these pieces? You just gave it away and went, bye-bye, bye-bye. No, we got to play my way. Now, let's pretend you're listening, you turn these suckers up. You got 14 states that sell properties under 100,000 brand new. Now, we're going to do Section 8s, or we're going to turn around and have a local real estate office manage it for you. What do we create? They want 5,000 down. Is that okay? We take it off of a damn card. And what do you get to do? You get to buy 3. Why not? See, your problem is if you don't allow me to repackage your life, all right, the bottom line is you're going to have the same damn rerun. And between now and next year, you're going to do the same freaking thing you do today that you hate. Isn't that fun? Residual income. I want to make you a money-making machine. I want you to maybe think about selling computers. All right, OPM money, Dun & Bradstreet. All right, don't pay a bill up to 90 days. They resell on Amazon and eBay. I don't want you to get these goodies yet until what? You hit $5 million. God's gift. Oh, thank you, Jesus. Having properties at Huntington Beach and all 5 islands, and I'm putting the race boats with my name on it, and the yachts too, and the Duffys, and the buildings, and the Lamborghinis. I just want to prove I obtained these things. These are my trophies to prove that I did it. So let's understand today. I don't have excuses like most people do. Here's me, 1981. Highest damn kick on the planet, fastest kick too. You see, I hear idiots all the time say, white man can't jump. I was kicking the door jam at 10 in the basketball hoop. You see, I kicked at the lights that night. No matter where you come from, you can accomplish your goal. The only excuse you have is you, and you accept the word no. No does not mean no. It means they don't know how. I want you to get a copy of my 1,000 Steps to Millionaire. It's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. I sold it at the Bonaventure, 32 years, $5,000 a set. Now, as we play, draw this diagram in front of you. Go ahead. Draw it right now. I want you to look around you. I want you to look in your cities. I want you to look at the things you're trying to accomplish for you and realize you didn't go and look behind the curtain. You didn't pay attention. It's time to step up. Quit hiring idiots who don't know diddly squat. B of A, bankrupt 5,000 locations. Chase, Wells Fargo, U.S. Bank. Sam's Club, 1,500 locations bankrupt. Geico and cities. So if I repackage you, you're going to understand how to relate to the things around you, and you're going to have fun. Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO and reprogram your brain to millionaire status. As we play this, I want you to understand my first blueprint. I wrote it down, designed it all when I was 9.5 years old. Okay, at the Torrance Library. I call it See It, Believe It, Go Get It. Now, here's the 5 things you need starting today. You need to stop treading water and playing it safe. These 5 things, if you don't have them, you're never going to make it. It's very simple. These are a must-have, and actually understand, you cannot take a picture, record, write it down. 750 score, not care, credit, first premier. A corporation with 30 divisions. 100,000 to $1 million of money, cash money, line of credit, checkbook money, and then you need 100,000 to $1 million of vendor and supply money as well. Those are a must-have thing. Now I'm going to take your corporation you have, or I'm going to hand you one for free, and I'm going to teach you how to not bring the pain home. Put your ducks in a row. All right, and I'm going to repackage you under the same corporate umbrella, and we're going to do it my way for a while. From there, I've incorporated rich and famous people, even a couple of presidents of the United States of America Incorporated. Now, what did you do to thinking about a business? You had your kitchen table meeting. You said with your friends and family, let's start a business, honey. And what did you do? You hawk the credit cards, you dropped the score, you got stuck, you can't get any more, you can't ride a dilly squat, and you hurt yourself and your family. And then you hawked your house. I'm sorry, I call that stupid. The reality is you did stupid. That doesn't mean you're stupid. We're not going to do stupid anymore. We are going to never bring the pain home. Write down today's date. Let's project 90 working days. I break down everything I do in 90 days. If I take it all on at one time, it's way too much. Every 90 days. Now you're going to be knocked down 1,000 times. You're going to win 10. That's how it works. All right, those are just a couple things I obtained. So as we play, Winning the Game of Business, I wrote 45 years ago. And literally on page 6, paragraph 3, I put cash flow free at my time. That's what I was doing because I needed $1,000 a month. My brain was telling me my bills are 1,000. I need 1,000 a month. And then I could free up my time. And that's what I did. I got to the point I was doing $1 million a day. Impossible. You want to bet? Nothing's impossible besides what you limit yourself to do. Here I am in a coma. 2009, 14 and a half years ago. My wife wanted to take one of the yachts in the backyard. I got 3 of them, all right, to watch the fireworks, and somebody was sick, and I got to die the next day. Here we are. My wife calls the office and says he's in a coma. He's probably going to die. Ron's over at the office with the U-Haul truck stealing my books and CDs. Tom, my IT manager, is selling my websites and phone numbers to a porn site. Simple. Bottom line is, if you want to copy the Millionaires Founders Kit, it's free. It costs you literally $99 for shipping and handling. Now, I have this 3-day event coming up, and every one of you have been there before or not, do it again and again. We're going to go through every type of these and everything in the books again and again to get it in here and master it as well. So 3-day event is on the Thanksgiving weekend. All right, we're going to go through them all. From here, bonuses if you signed up today, all right, all levels, all right, for 90 days, 2024. From there, 90 days in specialty, and here's another $50,000 of cash credit. From there, it's $1,999 if you do it today. If not, the office is $1,000 a day, which is $29.99. So the reality is it's Zelle, there's your Zelle. As we play, starting a business, all I can tell you is everybody around you, do you really trust them? Do you believe in them? Have they knocked you down? Have they ripped you off? I'm sorry they did. All right, because you're a good person. Okay, I believe in you, what you're trying to accomplish, but you're doing it wrong. Right now, you don't know if they're going to knock you off the cliff, catch you, you're going to die. So hold your breath. Me, it was pretty simple. When I was 2.5 years old, being abused every morning at 2:30, I realized if I got up at 2:25, the abuser couldn't get me. Every day since then, I start getting up, and my whole life, I can't sleep in past 2:25. It's not possible. I drop to my knees. I say, thank you, Jesus, for another day. Then I go look in the mirror, put myself in check. See, I don't think you've ever put yourself in check. All right. So the reality is I put myself in check because I want out of hell. You have an idea. You go to your friends and family. Oh, goody. You go to your friends and family and ask them their opinion and want to help you. So here's the problem. You're asking them to kind of encourage you. You came with something, you're trying to like say, brag and say, hey, look at this is an idea. In the middle of your conversation, they interrupt you. Then they start to tell you how to do your own idea. You ever notice they haven't done dilly squat and they're going to tell you what to do? I think that's clouding your direction. What do you think? So we have to understand. Here's July 4th, 2009, 3 yachts in the backyard of my beautiful wife. We're going to watch the fireworks with a group of people. I get to go in a coma. I get to die. I get to hear what's going on in the room. Next thing from there, my tax attorney's tricking my wife to sign a POA. From there, guess what? They're asking my wife if I'm a donor. They're going to rip out my heart, take it away. I was given a chance, all right, by Jesus to say, stay in peace and go back. There's a whole story behind that as well. From here, I am basically telling you flat out, I moved 24 times with a lot of shitty people, all right, to the time I was 11 and a half years old. None of them gave a shit about me, and all I was is a piece of shit to them. Sorry to say, but it's true. I've been shot twice. I've been knifed 6 times. I have no excuses, neither do you. So I'm truly God's example, and we all have a story to tell. Now, from there, after coma, I decided to read the Bible again and again. I became a pastor, by the way. That wasn't my plan either. But again, that's what I did. So the reality is I'm always pulled back into helping people. I tried in 2009 just to buy the books, and then I got to come back being broke and have to do it again and explain it to the whole world. So guess what? I guess he wants me to help you. So from here, this is something I wrote right out of the coma, and I want you to write it down or take a picture. This is a page you can't. So I'm always asking Father, all right, help me understand. As long as we're moving forward, we're not falling down, giving thanks to the Father for everything. God is always above the rest. In Jesus' name, amen. So that's where I get the knowledge from. Very simple. If you have a bad day, okay, and if you want to say something to somebody, shut up. Bite your tongue, love longer. Especially men, women are tape recorders. Go outside, scream your head off. It'll feel good. And then you'll basically understand something. So you reload your mind, by the way. Then you close your eyes, you pray. Let's understand today. I believe in everybody who joins me in any class, all right, in any workshop and basically webinar. I believe in you. This means very simple. Every step, all right, you fall down, okay, I'm going to pick you back up. I will hold your hand every step of the way. I will get you where you want to go. We're going to see it, believe it, go get it. Got it? I got my book coming out this year. Jesus is not a drive-through. Being a Christian is a way of life, not a moment of time. Let me tell you, it's very difficult to follow those rules and tools. And I'm a sinner all the time, even though I'm a pastor. Simple. But guess what? The book called Bite Your Tongue, Love Longer, it was written for men, for women, because women are tape recorders. But I had to put another section of this for my daughters and my wife. Because why? They have to learn to bite their tongue and love longer too. I have 39 books ready to go. Fight the monster within. We all have one. From there, bullshit does not pay the bills. You look on TikTok, Google, and YouTube, and all the blah, 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 crappa. Not one of them have a full blueprint. They have a little piece that'll get you lost anyway, in my opinion. From here, fight the pain within. So I believe you're stuck. That means I got to get you past go. All right, I can show you the Lamborghini collection, the Duffys, the mansions. White men do jump, stupid people say we don't. More Lamborghinis, race boats in the backyard, helicopters, U-Docks, all right, yachts and Ferraris. These are things I've obtained, just a couple things to show you. So as you do this, remember, write down blueprint. You're going to master, see it, believe it, go get it. At some of my lectures, I'm going to be live, hopefully next year. That's what we're going to say, and we're going to get it embedded into our brains. We're going to see it, we're going to believe it, we're going to go get it. That's what everybody needs to know. Now, I'm sorry to tell you, credit repair is a fraud. They don't have a magic wand. They can't get rid of your open collection accounts. You got 5 ways to kill a debt. Very simple. You have the Fair Credit Reporting Act. You have basically the Federal Trade Commission says they can't collect money up front, but they do it all the time. So any of these companies collecting money, they're breaking the law. It's right there. So what do you need to do for you? You write down section 611. It'll explain what you need to do. Next, if you have an open collection account, there's 5 ways to kill a debt. We got to realize you have to man up, woman up. You cannot rip off your creditor and expect to get the American dream. TRW again, Thomas Raymond Woolridge, the report's wrong, became a Spearian basically in 96. And I drew this in the first place, the first one of this. And what happens, it's good, fair, or hell no. These cards do not fluctuate your credit. You're going to learn the rules and tools you needed all along. From there, you're going to maintain a 750 the rest of your life. From there, what we need to do is negotiate a debt. Okay. All cards, 29% rule. Refresh. You see, I created rapid refresh and rapid scoring 39 years ago with Harold Stokes and Ken Yarborough. Simple. It's called the KISS method because now you have a 750. What do? Give you the first 25 steps today. If you want millionaire, 1,000 steps. You want billionaire, 20,000 steps. I mastered every one of those. Intuit, I bought out Credit Karma, who was indicted 3 times, December 3rd, 2020. So understand that. Next thing we got to think about is step 1. Next, I need you to think about, because some people are tricked to get into a LifeLock program. I don't understand stupidity, but LifeLock's been indicted 6 times. 6 times. Their last indictment was $100 million. They're a piece of you-know-what, in my opinion. But again, people get burned all the time and think they're buying into something that's a joke. So here, what we're going to do is obtain your credit reports. Maybe go through all the different things we're trying to do in Credit Karma. Our goal is to analyze you immediately, and you get stuck with me. So that means a 750 score in 90 working days if you do what you're told to do. I have a class, 10 of them on Saturday, Wednesdays, and Fridays as well. Saturday, it's very simple. At 1:30 Pacific Standard Time, I'm going to call case numbers. If your case number is called, we're going to go over your case, never your name, and tell you exactly what I want you to do. From there, we have to look at the SS5 to understand, now you did this. You started this, or mommy did. That means SS5. You did it 14 to 16 if you were born before 71. After that, mommy did it in the hospital. This form is what you got to get the SSN in 1040. From there, you look at your Social Security card, it's not even yours. It says do not laminate, do not carry with you, don't use for ID purposes, property assessment administration, not you. Very simple. The SSN was created to do the 1040 tax return. That's all it was for. From here, you got your first job a long time ago. You thought they ripped you off. Where's my money? You went to them and said, where's my money? And what did they do? They said the IRS gets paid, they get their cut, you get the leftover. See, I believe you're a duck and a sheep because you didn't pay attention. You didn't look behind the curtain. You don't know how to play. We're going to play my way. God gave me the ability to help you. IRS.gov, 1244. You're going to file one tax return. And what you're going to do until we get a certain limit is not pay tax anymore. Ultimate goal, almost no tax at all. So that SS5, now we're going to compare it to SS4. This didn't give you a chance but one. Here, we have multiple chances. We look at line 1. Your banks, your grocery stores, and your cities file bankruptcy on locations all the time, and the reality is they write it off right in front of you. And you didn't get curious enough to figure it out. Legal name of entity, individual person. I can put your name right there. We look at this form 26 ways, as I told Ted Turner when I was 9.5, banking and credit purposes per entity. So you're going to have multiple chances to try, and you're not going to bring the pain home. As long as we're trying, we're not dying. If we're not trying, we might as well be dead and give it up. Your corporation, to raise rules, is allowed 4 things only. Write them down. Buffer tax, no taxes due to your profitable. Corporate credits or write-off. Interest rate and credit card. Car, fleet price. Free buffet at the hotel. That's it. Your divisions are your line of defense. Line of cheap, multiple functions, buy at wholesale price, multiple credit reports, and separate liability, all right, for pieces of real estate. Your problem is you allow yourself to be one and you get sued and kind of screwed up. We're going to create a line of defense, so write it down. Your corporation is going to have 9 entities, and you're going to learn to play multiple ways. We're going to build $1 million of cash credit. As we play, I guarantee exactly what I say I do. You got to be part of the program. You got to go to class, not following you what, and you need to follow through. Violation. I got 9 shitheads online that put me down. 4 are not even clients. The other 5 are, and they keep screwing up. Now, I got 50 good reviews, but out of 29 million clients, you think I get more reviews. Maybe they're embarrassed I had to rebuild them. I don't know. But they don't bother to take the time for me. But that's beside the point. So if you violate and jack up cards and you make us do the Macarena all the time, it's ridiculous, and you apply for credit and crash your Rapper score, we're going to close your case like I did those 5 shitheads online because they're turds in the bowl. I'm going to charge you a fee or close your case. Simple. From here, if you got an open collection account, I need you to find 5 ways to kill the debt because there are. You have an IRS problem? They have a form for that too. There's so many ways you can rebuild you and repackage you. So the next thing is, here's the 750. If I can get these goodies, so can you. We're going to analyze you right away. We're going to do a Rapper rescore. We're going to block your crap and go get some credit for you right away and create green lights and get you 96 points, probably plus than that. From there, what do? You go to class. The goal is 750 score, Rapper rescore. You're going to be part of the program. You're going to realize we're going to charge you $999. I'm going to give you $1,000 card back for you. I'm going to let you reimburse yourself. I give equal money times 10 back to your investment every time. I'm the only one that does this on planet Earth, by the way. So from here, we're going to discount that online to $499. The card becomes $500. Now you got rules and tools to maintain the $750 forever. What do we do now? We have to understand. If you're going to build the American dream, the banks say you have to have a 2-year corp or 2-year division. If you do both, that means you're going to get checkbook money. As we play starter package. Articles also is tax ID. I'll give them to you for free if you don't have them. I'll put you in my setup in level 1 every Wednesday, Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to charge you $999. I'm going to give you $5,000 of credit back to you, 5 times your investment back to you. $24.99, I'm going to give you $25,000 of credit. So all of a sudden now, all right, we're adding analyzation, adding history, and popping credit as soon as possible. The goal is to repackage you. If you want that pricing and those bonuses now, you have to Zelle now, put RW in your Zelle, or call the office 800-254-9506. Use a credit card, debit card, they charge 5% extra. Why? Because that's what the bank charges us. Now, here's another problem. I got to rebuild you. You got to realize, I'm going to repackage your whole life. Past, present, future, kids, wife, husband, house, irrevocable trust. I'm going to do it all. Because you're doing what you're doing, sorry, I say it sucks. So here's what happens. You're a national mailing list. You did it to yourself. Your robocalls, you did it to yourself. That voting list, they sell 412 times a year. You get a cable bill, you got a corporation. If you would call 888-567-8688, you can opt out 5 years to a lifetime to get off the national mailing list. Phone number's in front of you. That is step number 4. As we play today, understand, I want you to plan the problem. I'm sorry. Everyone I repackage, I feel and I hear pain in their voice. Their friend, their family, somebody ripped them off. They spend thousands on crap. Okay, I always say, look at your age, look at your past, present, and future. Getting older, slower, you're not as pretty as you used to be. You got to stop bringing the pain home. You got to understand how to play. It's simple. All credit needs to be safety for personal. We put the sticky there, 25% maintain, never past 29%. All right, we know the limit of the card. We build a line of defense. We have to. The world's a fight. When I drew the first one of these years ago, now the dashboards follow along. 0 to 29 is green, 30 is yellow, 50 is red. So understanding the rules and tools and the discipline, step 5, now what do we do? Compare it again. You don't jack up any card ever again but 2. You see these, you have to maintain the 25% rule. These 2 you don't. They don't fluctuate your credit ever. So that means if you pay attention, there's basically up to $1 million unlimited, pay to retirement limit as well. They will never make your score go down. Those are your emergency cards. You go past 29%. Now you maintain a 750 forever. Got it so far? So if you lose your job, have an emergency, what do? You run out of time, you run out of money, then go jack up your cards and tell the world feels sorry for you. Boo-hoo. I don't think most people care anyway. So what happens if you need $5,000 today? Now. It's simple. You said the word need. You go to your friends, family, bank, they tell you no. The average person wastes $50 every other day. This card is $5,000. If I max it out, payment's $50 a month. So from here, they say you waste $140 a week. If I take $50,000 off a credit card, corporate card, I write off the interest rate in the credit card. What am I going to do? I get to buy 2 pizza restaurants during a pandemic with the drive-through, using some common sense, and build residual income. You see, there's your problem. You. White men do jump. Stupid people say we don't. Nixon took the gold standard out. Now I need you to write down Ray's rules. Write them down. I hope you pick a separate piece of paper. Ray's rules. I'm willing to sacrifice a division. I'm never willing to sacrifice my corp and my family. You see, as long as I have no intent to do fraud. That is to have your cake and eat it too. Ray's rules, step 7. All right, understand to be a certified CFO and never bring the pain home as we play it. Here I am in that coma. Google the address. You'll find I'm telling you the truth. The yachts and the race boats got my name on it as well. I got 2 comas in my life so far. One, I was crippled for life, got up because Jesus said so. Freaked them all out. Last one, I got to die and come back and help you. See, I think the devil's trying to hold us back and knock us down. But again, God's delays aren't God's denials. So I'd like to repackage you. All right, my way. Let me try it for a while. I can change every one of your lives, and I can guarantee it. Again, millionaire building call. What do we look at? Blueprint, past, present, future, family, corporation, divisions, all right, irrevocable trust, car, house, residual income, cash flow, free up your time. That's the list we need to build for you. Corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. The lack of knowledge is the stupidity of man and woman. From there, this is pathetic. I lost my job. I got kids. Get off your butt. Get to the church. They'll feed the kids. Have a garage sale. Go drive an Uber and a Lyft. Knock off this crap. Man up. Quit being a woman. Oh, and even a woman would do better than this. I shouldn't say that. Sorry. I mean, you got a woman, a man up every time. Come on, people. I came out of a coma, was worth being millions and billions, had everything, and got nothing left. What am I going to do? I sold my wedding ring, my Rolex, my necklace, my bracelet. I had 12 garage sales in Huntington Beach. I got cited 3 times. In 6 weeks, I built $1 million of credit because I had 3 divisions of me and 5 closet divisions. You see, your problem is you. Your problem is you. So the bottom line is, corporation can build itself. Your goal is to play my way. Divisions, all right, or the line of defense. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not my corp and my family. If you allow me to get you the tax ID, it's pretty simple. I'll get to establish credit reports, Experian, Change, and Equifax under tax ID. I get to start building cash credit for you and rebuild you. From there, I'll line you up for checkbook money. Divisions allow us to build up to millions of dollars of credit. It's in my book called Buckets of Money. Simple. Look at your corp today. You'll find your name all over it. They sue you. You got to put your ducks in a row. Because right now, when they sue that corp, they sue you. That kind of sucks. We're going to create a line of defense, and you're never going to bring the pain home again. There's the goal. Now, I invented something called daisy chaining of credit. Since I helped set up credit system in the first place a long time ago, I understand the Fair Lending Act. One card is allowed to be 99 more cards. How many would you like? That's just one card up to the first million. Then we're going to look at checkbook money. The goal is to daisy chain credit up, and away. All right. Now you have 89 ways to use a division. I wrote a book on that too. Divisions are simple. Tax ID, 2000 of history. All right. And they're $4.99 each. You want 3 today, it's $9.99. Pretty simple. From there, it's a Zelle. If it's not Zelle today, call the office. They'd love to charge you $4.99 each. From there, you need the number 800-254-9506. And there's a 5% fee added if you use a debit or credit card. I like goodies. You like goodies yet? I like goodies, and I rode with Neil Diamond twice so far at the Love Ride. Oh, we got to do what? Don't get these till you hit 5 million. The goal is to get you $1 million of credit cards, 5 million of checkbook money. Now, if I repackage you here, positioning this, then we're going after the Green Spark Unlimited for 100,000, and then the 2 little ones for 30. It's 160 times 9. As we play, B of A times 9. All right, platinum, or basically this is the platinum from Wells Fargo times 9. From there, the ink times 9, the gold times 9. So these are 5 out of my 10 favorite cards, up to 5 million. Now let's understand checkbook money. This is where they give you up to 150 unsecured, as long as you have a 2-year corp or 2-year division. All right, and that's what we're looking for. These are my 5 favorite ones. I call this checkbook money up to 5.4 million. That's why you should be focusing on too. That's the money you use to get that franchise or that property, because it'll create residual income, and that's the goal. Now, lines of credit. Let's understand something. Corporation, we build a line of credit. Each division is going to multiplies into more credit, has its own credit file. So if we have 100,000 times 9 in the corp, there's $1 million. If we add checkbook money, then we got $2.5 million. And this is the ultimate goal. Now, I got specialty classes on Saturday, 8:30 in the morning. Specialties right now, tomorrow's nonprofit. And these are in rotation every 8 weeks. Now, here's what I want you to focus on. When I build you personal credit, that's fine. We balance your score. Corporate credit, we're going to use that because borrow money is not taxable, and you're going to invest that money to build a lifetime income. In other words, I'm going to drag you to the point you get residual income my way. That's the ultimate goal. So this is basically have your cake and eat it too. Raise rules, become a certified CFO, and understand never to bring the pain home. Now let's pretend today you're paying attention. And we turn these up because I pray you are. I'm going to write you a check for $1 million. What are you going to do? Oh, I'm going to the house, the car. See, here's your problem. Your thought went to you. Stop it. Okay? You don't put that money in your bank account because you only get $375 to keep. We put it in a corporation. We reference 3 times 5 up to 15 million. We pay all the bills first. We pay tax on the leftover. No leftover, no tax. See, the United States of America Incorporated plays this game too in front of you. Let's pretend you won the lottery. Let's go ahead. Let's pretend. You won $1 million. That's okay. You get 375 and you'll piss it away. So, and most people do in the lottery. What if you do what I told you to do? You deposit in a division of a corporation. See, your attorney or CPA says, well, you don't have a corp in your name, blah, 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 the tax, stop the crap. That's their stupidity. They should have said, have a division of you to a corporation so you can bank the damn check under tax ID. You're going to borrow against the money. You're going to spend the borrow money creating debt. Your balance will never change. You're going to know borrow money is not taxable, and you're going to create millions and billions. Is that okay? And the bank's going to go the rest of your life. Cities, 11 filed bankruptcy so far. 11 of them. Chapter 9 bankruptcy. So the United States of America Incorporated, then they have states and cities that are corporations. Chapter 9 bankruptcy, they have a problem. See, they planned the problem. You didn't plan it all, and you got your assets kicked. You could have played the same way with no intent to do fraud. Step 9, but let's understand today, look at Google, and I want you to look at bankruptcy. If you have an oh shit day, are you going to feel the pain or your corporate division or subsidiary? Make a decision. Choose wisely, grasshopper. Simple. As we play, add you to the credit system. That means I can build you that $1 million of cash credit. You go to class, you don't fall in your why, and you follow through. What a concept for you. From here, you beat your doubt, you run your race, and I repackage you my way. From here, getting past go, not easy, but I like goodies. Don't you like goodies? The mansions in the harbor, God's gift. From there, race boats and yachts and helicopters, Lamborghinis and buildings. In the near future, you're going to want your driver's license to be P.O. Box or mail an address for more privacy. Now, let's look at your car today. The one you went to the car dealership and they sweated you for 5 hours. You let them treat you like a duck and a sheep. Up to 9 inquiries, pretty simple. And on top of that, you lost $20,000. By the way, that's not how you buy a car. A car is fleet price tax ID division. Got it? Write it down. You got a house, you don't put 2 people on the loan. That makes no sense. You said you buy the house under you, you buy it through the trust. Don't create a loan to value problem. That car should have been under the division. Lose house and car, what happens? They report it to the credit bureaus. Now you got shitty credit. They report it to the IRS as a 1099-C. Now you got double shitty credit. Sucks. See, it's not the point of the write-off of the car. Well, the problem is because you can write it off used for business purposes. The point is very simple. Who's going to get sued when you get into bump into bump? The registered owner. Registered owner should be a division of a corporation. That way you protect your assets. But again, that's up to you again. From there, every piece of property you get should be a division. How are you going to figure out which one's going to slip, fall, and sue you and screw you up? House payment offsets your taxes. Simple. Amazon didn't pay tax on the $10 billion to double trillion. Why would they pay tax? So understand, there's no loophole. They're doing what they're allowed to do. He bought Twitter within 24 hours in front of the whole world using lines of credit, borrow money, and then those banks want to kick his assets now. And the reality is he screwed up Twitter in 2 weeks. All right, it used to be worth 45 billion, that's worth 19 billion because he went blah, blah, blah. X marks the spot. Called stupid. That was ridiculous. But he's got a spaceship. So do the other 2 guys. They have spaceships too. So you could join the club and win the battle if you want to. Step 15, run your life through a corporation or in conjunction. You can pay tax or buy a Lamborghini. Simple. See, your taxable income, your paycheck, your leftover you get, you're using it to pay the car payment, gas, registration, insurance. I'd be yelling no if I was you. Step 17. Why don't you turn around today and go to irs.gov and get a hold of a 1244 and see that it says banking and credit purposes, and you never had to be a duck in the first place. You chose to be the duck and the sheep, nobody else. Here's Mama. From 71 on, Mama had to sign the SS5 form. Get the S's in for the baby to go home and take a nap. Simple. From here, everything to me is rules and tools. You buy a house, it's escrow, close, homestead, trust. You don't have a house in a trust and they sue you, they take it away. And when you die, you get stuck in a probate and the family got diddly squat. Oh, we're going to hire a contractor that hires the subcontractors outside Home Depot. They're good workers. But when they slip and fall and screw you up, you lose everything you got. My way, they get diddly squat. I like diddly squat, don't you? Irrevocable trust. All right, step 19. So if you're a crook, you don't file tax returns, just go to prison. That's where you belong. Wesley Snipes did 3 years in prison, $5 million fine, and screwed up his life. Simple. Well, again, there's no peekaboo with the IRS making a mess. You got to play the right way. But that's up to you to pay attention. Just like basically him, all right, when he won Survivor the first show. He didn't listen to me. Oh, well. All right, he should have leveraged the money instead. He pissed it away. He's only supposed to keep $375. Then he screwed up again and went back to prison again. So understand. Now, if you want to be basically an OPM, that means very simple. You save up to 70%. You don't pay bills up to 90 days. You leverage money into millions of dollars. Borrow money, it's not taxable, and you set up your line of defense. By the way, that's step 21 called blackjack. Looks like you get to win. Now, here's my office, 2009. I came out of the coma. Everything was stolen. I'm broke. What do? Sell the wedding ring, the Rolex, the necklace, the bracelet. But luckily, understand, I have 3 divisions of me, and I have 5 closet divisions. Okay? Because I was always afraid to be broke. Because what am I supposed to do? Go home and go boo-hoo-hoo? I don't have a home to go to. I got a wife and kids. I don't got no mommy and no daddy. So I took out my blueprint, see it, believe it, go get it. What did I do? Took out my 5 closet divisions, and I built $1 million of credit in 6 weeks. If you don't have closet divisions, 3 divisions of you, when oh shit day happens, you're not prepared. It's that simple. All right, you got to play the right way. 1,000 Steps to Millionaire. It's in the Millionaire's Founders Kit. You should join me to the 3 days that I have coming up. From there, we're going to go through all the books and CDs and go through the process, and you get 90 days of classes, specialties, and $50,000 of credit. Very simple. It is $1,999 here, but if you call the office, they want $29.99. They charge $1,000 a day. Here's your Zelle, Ray Reynolds recipient, Ray Reynolds, ray@racecredit.com. Again, I like boring businesses. I knew I needed $1,000 a month when I was 17. I'm doing real estate. I started in Orange County Blind Center. I did Teach Our Children that became DARE. I did Napper Printing, Sir Speedy Pit Printing, all these companies, Donate Chain, everything else, properties, real estate, all this other stuff. And I wrote the book on laundromats and basically dry cleaners. And I had all my cell phones, my pay phones, 22,000 of them. So I like something run by third party. See, I don't want to run a business. I want to own the damn business. There's your problem. It's your mindset. We build credit. You take 40,000 into a program or a product that I guide you into, and you're going to get 3 to 10,000 a month. Simple. From there, if you invest 100,000, and this is all the corporate credit I build you anyway, because it's borrowed money. It's not taxable. You can create up to 45,000 a month, 250, up to 75,000 a month. So we're going to pick on boring businesses, and we don't care what the business really is. So let's take an apartment complex that was built in 1968. Existing, have tenants already. They want $3 million, 10% down. We use the lines of credit. We build you up and away. You have a new loan. From there, based on the minus of the everything you got, you now have residual income of $13,452. Your problem is you think you're done. By the way, you're never done. Okay, so let's understand that. Because if one of those tenants slip and fall, screw you up, you lost everything you got in again. That kind of sucks. We're going to dissect it if you did it my way, and you're going to split deed them. you're going to become the bank for 30 years of 76,800. You also just reverse the liability. You get to sue them, they can't sue you. Got it? From here, we're going to look at real estate franchise storage units. 3 months, 6 months, 12 months program. I want you to own it, not basically run it. That would be the goal. You go to the expos. This is why I thought people could actually get off their assets and do what they're told to do. All they did is, we'll do a pig. I just knock off the garbage. That's ridiculous. But again, my wife says no one thinks like I do. Okay, maybe that's true. This is the deer in the headlights. No. We're going to do like I did for the client who got 3 locations for 125. As we're building the credit, he wrote a check. Maintain the escrow, $63,000 a month. It's $47,000 down, $30,000 a month. Opportunities right here. Simple. Another opportunity. You want a Wendy's? You want a couple gas stations? You own it, you don't run it. You see, it's like here, every time you see an empty building, it's an opportunity. You got choices. So when I say we're going to create a goal list, all right, daily list, weekly list, and then we get to the project list, that's the key. And that's the ultimate goal that we're going to do. So from here, the 3 months program, you're going to create residual income. All right, that means $10,000, $50,000 a month. If you're in the 3 months program, remember, you can't sign up for the 6 months or the year if you didn't do it in the beginning anyway. Because next year I'm not selling 3 and 6 months at all. So what happens is any and all classes you're in. From here, weekly calls. All right, from there, rapid rescore. Your goal is to master the 5 things, all right, that we're talking about: projections, limits, phone calls, daisy chain into the millions, and increase limits all the time. As I'm doing this coaching for the last several months, getting people in the millions of dollars, one client says, Ray, I spent $40,000 and you just bring me $1 million. They reminded me, damn, it's ridiculous. I'm $3,000 an hour, $25,000 a day, and people would pay me $100,000 plus for that. I got to get back to what I'm worth, because then I can help more people. All right, this little Kmart stuff I got to get out of. So for the 90 days, 1,000 down, that's okay. Balance is 7,000 you paid during the program. It's an 8,000 package, okay? And the ultimate goal you do for 3 months. I'm not selling those, all right, come January 1st at all. From there, I'm building 100,000 of cash credit for people. The 6 months program, put 1,000 down, it's a $15,000 package. And what happens is, from there, if you paid in full the $15,000, I build you $250,000 of credit. I just got to be going back to readjust the fees, what they actually should be. Because if I make you a millionaire corporation, I should at least get $100,000. Okay, that's my value, $100,000. 1,000 down, I got one of these left. I'll be glad when it's done, because that's all I'm selling next year. But I'm not selling it at this price. It's ridiculous. So what happens is 31,000 in payments during 12 months if you did it now. From there, if you paid in full, it's 25,000. And I'm building people 250,000. This one actually comes at 500,000 if they did it now. Simple. It is a Zelle depositor, the whole thing, and that's what we're going to do. You see, there's no difference between you and Warren Buffett. All right, it's simple. He did it. It's your turn. But the reality is, if you want to have me help you do it, the reality is it's a coaching program. Because I realized several months ago you can't do it on your own. Just giving you the money doesn't solve your problem. You need coaching through the whole process, and that's important. You need to be the next Warren Buffett. So again, I hope you took a picture earlier when I said take a picture. These are the 10 steps, and we do millionaire building calls. That's what it is. Corporation's a legal person. It's a line of defense. I'm willing to sacrifice a division, not my corp or my family. And I get to build millions of dollars of credit, all right, literally because of the basically bucket of money book. From there, you have 89 ways to use the division. So each division with tax ID, 2,000 of history. It's very simple. All right, normally $4.99 each. You can get 3 for $9.99 today. Use Zelle, or you call the office 800-254-9506. From there, what are you willing to lose? Come on. What are you willing to lose? I never had a family, mommy, daddy, cousins, uncles. I have no idea what that is, what a grandma and all that stuff is. I have no idea. To me, it would be priceless, but I never got it. When I finally got a wife and 6 kids, 10 grandkids, I'm not willing to hurt my family. I created something this whole world needs called division process. Corporation, they sue you. Divisions, everybody gets to win and get checkmate. That's the goal, step 23. As we play, reaching the dream, think to be the impossible, raise rules, building millionaires, corporations, training people to be a certified CFO, the ultimate goal. So understand, if you have joint credit, I'm going to tell you to get rid of it. You buy a house, it's escrow, closed homestead trust. Corporations are free. I've been giving them out for 45 years. You pay a little filing fee. From there, you get divisions for real estate, okay, franchise, all right, current business, line of defense. Raise rules. I'm the only one who gives bonus cash credit. You can write it off in the first place because nobody knows what I know. They give you little pieces. No one will rebuild your whole life. But that's step 24. All right, become that certified CFO. Never bring the pain home. But again, if all you want me to do is get you a 750 score, okay, let's analyze you today. Let's do a rapid rescore. Let's rebuild you. You go to class, you learn your rules and tools, and we target 750 together. $9.99, normally 1,000 card back. $4.99 during a broadcast, half price, and you get a card for $500. And now that you have the rules and tools, you can maintain a 750 forever. Corporation, don't have it, I'll give you one for free. Still pay your filing fee. Set up in level 1 every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. For $999, I'm giving you $5,000 of credit. $24.99, $25,000 of credit. Okay, we analyze, we add history, we start popping credit right away. All right, if you want those bonuses today, use Zelle, or you call the office, 800-254-9506. Use a credit card or debit card. They will charge you an extra 5%. From there, this is Billy. Billy was homeless. And this is where I don't get where people don't get off their assets and do something. Billy was homeless. I kept seeing him at the bank when I go to the bank. And I gave him the opportunity to give referrals. He got passed out business cards all the time. Billy now has over $1 million of cash credit. He wouldn't take any money. He didn't want a Zelle or 10%. He just wanted products. If Billy can do it, so can you. Again, referrals, we build more credit, all right, or you Zelle you back 10%. They better say your name when they sign up, not they blew it for you. That's why I give you my email address too. We look at the banks. They basically bankrupt locations and cities. Geico and Sam's Club. What is your goal? Stop bringing the pain home. Become a certified CFO. Reprogram your brain to millionaire status. So understand something. You look behind that curtain every time. We stay safe. We stay strong. We do our best. Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too. The ultimate goal is very simple. 800-254-9506. I would call the office right away, or Zelle start right away too. All I know today is if we do our best, it's very simple. God does the rest. Amen to that too. And we never forget at the end of the day, God loves us all.